Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Skaggy Bones. I'm your host, and today we're going to be revisiting a video that I just posted not that long ago. But I kind of watched it, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to redo this video. It was absolutely terribly cut, as I'm showing parts of the helmet that I'm reviewing in it. Some of the features. I was holding the camera at the time. I didn't have my camera on the tripod, because I don't always like sitting behind the camera while it's on a tripod trying to reach out 4 feet in front of me, because my camera really doesn't have a wide angle lens. So if I had a wide angle lens, it would make it a lot easier, but I don't. I have an inexpensive Canon camcorder, which does the trick, but like I said, I can't sit in close to get wide angle shots. So I was holding the camera, trying to, while I was kind of sitting on my chair, focusing on the ground, trying to do the review, sitting there kind of on the floor, trying to review this helmet here, this Lazer Cyclone Mountain Bike helmet. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to redo the video. So I'll set them up on the table, I'll see if I can get some better shots of everything, and kind of that way the camera is steady. I'm not, as I'm reviewing the helmet, I'm not looking at it and not looking through the camera. So I know that's a little bit tough, but hopefully this should be a little bit better of a video for you. So let's begin. So after the mountain bike build that I did for the Diamondback road bike, I realized that my old helmet, and I'll pull that out here, kind of right behind me. So this is my original mountain bike helmet that I had. It's a Giro Live Strong, just I don't even remember what kind it was, what the actual, see, it's half everything gone in here. Yeah, this is just the inspection sticker. This would be, as you can see, the padding's falling apart. It's just in terrible shape, absolutely atrocious shape. So I mean, I could get new padding. It's a good helmet, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have as much protection in the back of the helmet as I would like. It's been a good helmet. It was fairly inexpensive, I think like 45, maybe 50 bucks. You could actually remove this is where the straps go in, as right in here. You could remove the visor if you were going to ride a road bike with it. So you could just pop those off, the visor off, use it for a road bike as well. But it just not that comfortable for me. This portion right here just kind of always wore on my head. Here's your retention system. You just kind of pull that in. There's no real clicking system with it, ratcheting system. It just kind of spins in, spins out, and this is very stiff back here. So if it happens to fit your head, it happens to fit your head. Okay, so is it a good helmet? Yeah, it's a good helmet, but I was kind of grown out of it, so I had to upgrade a little bit. So I've been riding with Lazer for quite a while. I really love their system, the way they do everything. This is obviously my road bike helmet since it has no visor. But just to show you, the O2 system has this roll system, and most of the Lazer uses what's called a roll assist retention system. So if we look on the inside, this is what the back portion that connects with the back of your head looks like. The road bike helmets are going to be a lot more flat right here, as you can see. So this sits on your head even like this. You don't have a ton of protection in the back here on the back of the head, but you don't really need it. So the retention system is grabbing here on the back of the head. The also nice thing about these is these are very user-friendly for women, especially if they have a ponytail in the back. Women who have long hair tend to put their hair in a ponytail when they're riding, and this makes it very comfortable for them. Okay, so as you can see, the retention system, the cables, and their cables very similar to what you're going to see in a boa closure system. Here's your cables. Cables go in through these tubes and go up into the roll assist system, and then the roll assist tightens all the way that way. That's all the way tightened, and then you can, with your finger, do that, and it loosens up in here. And what happens is when you actually place tension on it, let's see, You crank down on this, what it's pulling is actually pulling the whole entire inner portion of this forward, including this part here. It's held in up here so that you don't get a hot spot. In typical helmets, they only crank down here, and then this back part comes forward and pushes your head into the forward part of the helmet, and then you get hot spots inside the helmet. So they just become kind of uncomfortable. So Roltz's system kind of solves a lot of that. And Lazer has just been doing a great job. Any of their $100 helmets and higher have the Roltz system. Okay, so I've been looking for a where I'm at here in Guam. Only a couple bike shops, obviously. So I've been one of them carries Lazer helmets. In the road bike helmets, they got the $200 helmets. They have the one up from the O2. Then they have the high-end one that's like the real high-end race one. It's actually considerably inexpensive for the for what they normally run. But they just gotten into the mountain bike ones. So they got this one, which is an entry-level mountain bike helmet. And if you actually look, I'll have a link in the description below. But if you actually look on Lazer's website, they have 3 different types of helmets. So they have what's called and this, by the way, is going to sit a little bit like this. It's not going to sit all the way forward like so. It's going to sit back just a little bit. So you're going to get a little more foam padded protection in the back. Here comes down a little farther, the back of your head. It's not as far as the heavy mountain bike ones. A lot of heavy mountain bike ones is going to come down even farther back here. It'll probably be flat right around here. From here to here, this will be flat typically. Okay. But as you can see here, this is the adjustment system, and I'm going to kind of go over that a little bit. So this is their entry level. Like I said, they have 3 different helmets. They have one that is called the road system helmet. They have one that's just for mountain biking, and then it gets into actually your downhill helmets. And then you have, of course, here, this is your what they call an all road helmet, or an all-use helmet. Okay, so the all-use helmet is geared more for mountain biking and kind of goes into some cyclocross. When you get into their higher end ones, they're a little bit more for, like, I don't want to say just necessarily cyclocross, but just kind of more for like a commuting type of thing. You're not going to be down in the drops, so you can still have your visor on there, get a little bit more protection. They still have a lot more protection in the back than their road helmets, and they're not as lightweight, but slightly a little heavier, a little bit more protection than you would get with your Roha. So they had 2 of them there at the shop. One was quite expensive, a couple $100, and I didn't really want to get that one, especially since I don't do a ton of mountain bike riding. But they had this entry level one. Figured to pick it up, and then I was like, wow, I really, this helmet's quite comfortable. So they come in different sizes, as you can see here. Right here is your, oh, there's the tag. Let's see, there we go. So Lazer Cyclone right there. Okay, and this is a large, 58 to 61 centimeter. Okay, so there you go. And then it has a couple adjustments in it. So even though this does not have the Roltz system, because their entry-level helmets do not come with the Roltz system, but they've made it so their rear retention system is almost as good of quality as their Roltz system is. Okay, so it's just you have an adjustment in the back. Okay, so as you can see here, once again, you got your pads here, and the nice thing is this is just 2 pads. So you got a pad here, a single pad here. This is all one single pad. You can once again get some bug netting for these, and they do make a nice bug netting for that. And then you have an adjustability piece here, click adjustment, and what that does is it moves this piece up and down in the helmet depending on what you want to do with the helmet. So if you want more for mountain biking, or your head is just rounder, which more round like mine is, you can pull it out like that. This brings this down a little farther. If you're a female, you probably want to push it up a little bit farther if you're wearing it like a ponytail or something. And then what happens is this ratchet system here That's how it goes out all the way. Okay, just like so. And just like the roll system, it's pulling all the way around evenly. So you get even tension all the way around. It's pulling this inner strap around your head, and it's adjusting that way. It's not pulling your head into the front of the helmet. So that's what I really like. Even though it's not the roll system, it still works very much on a very similar principle, except where the ratchet is at. So it works really well. I've ridden with this. It's very comfortable. If you really want to, you can take the visor off as well. You have, let's see here, you got two front notches right in here, and here, and then two on the side right there and there. Also, you can pop these covers up, and that's where your strap goes in, and your strap can be adjusted and cut. Lazer, if you go on their website now, with this being this size, the size it is, I didn't really have to adjust the strap hardly at all. This one is an extra large. It's a little bit larger. I went with a little bit larger with my Roan helmet, and I had to cut the straps and do some adjustment as they show on the website. Okay, so they have a video on how to adjust it if you need to. Okay, like I said, great comfortable helmet. Doesn't have a lot of fancy branding on it, as you can see here. Just one little bit of thing of Lazer there. You got the Lazer logo there. So nothing fancy. Okay. Nothing fancy at all, just a very basic helmet. But that's really all you need. You don't need anything super fancy when it comes to protection. Go ahead, like I said, we got a link to the description in the description below, so you can look up their products. You can buy directly off their website, or you can go to your local dealer and pick up any Lazer helmets that way as well. So really like them. Really nice, high quality helmets. So this has been a real treat to wear, and yes, I would get another one that's inexpensive. Like I said, you don't have to have a super expensive helmet to be riding and to have safety. So pretty much the only thing you're getting with a more expensive helmet is lighter materials, a little bit more vents, ventilation, things like that, especially like in road bike helmets. So you're not really, if you're not that concerned about it, if you're just going out for a commute, or especially mountain bikes, it doesn't really matter. A lot of side vetting doesn't really matter. So protection is the biggest thing. So like I say, make sure you always wear a bike helmet. Make sure you get a good quality. I'm not saying you have to only buy a Lazer helmet. I really like them. I've enjoyed the quality they carry in their helmets. But make sure you at least if you're going to be riding, at least get a helmet. Okay, well, that's it for me, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure you give us a thumbs up. If you watched the other one, I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry how the video quality was on that one. But hopefully this one is better. I'll try to take the other one down. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I put that up so you guys can have a link to the rest of the videos up there, and then you can subscribe as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like always, keep riding.